get the best viewing opportunity for the Cadet start.
I think you were just prizing for a reaction from someone now, weren't you?
So I was just seeing whether anybody was going to pop out of the cafe and shout to get your feet off the seating, but
oh, so you're trying to get him in trouble then? You weren't just trying to have some fun?
it's Lee. Lee won't mind. Lee won't mind at all. And, Lee will be watching out for his daughter Lizzie. She lines up on row number 2 in the 50. So front row of Catherine Potter and Jared Fox-Whiteley. Row number 2, Gracie Mitchell and Lizzie Mentier. David Mack and Ethan Girling on row 3 with Maximus Shields and Isabella Stansmore-Wilson on row 4. Kia McLeod and Oliver Watson, row 5. Jack Thompson and Thomas Potter on row 6. Leon Barlow and Charlie Wyatt line up in front of Tom Holden and Ethan Charles. 17th will be Josh Cooke. Then we've got William George Howard and Cody Lamb. 19 carts on our Cadet grid, and they roll themselves into place.
Did you have to give Darren a stare there for him to flick the next switch?
Well, they were going around the South Bank, and I can pretty much tell you every one of these drivers as they come past, but I can't tell you them from 250 metres away, unfortunately. So
you had to glare at Darren so he could flick to the next page.
I don't particularly ask for much when it comes to trying to be seamless, but I like to try and get everybody on the grid sorted before we start. I think we've got
we've got someone missing there, or someone not gone
we've
further
either got somebody
forwards.
missing, or somebody needs to be rolled forward into a position. I'm not sure if we are missing somebody or whether the grid. I know that the 18 of Max Shields, we spoke to him in the interval. He's currently just asking a question of the start line marshal, just to make sure that everybody is in the right place off the grid. Catherine Potter, though, waits patiently in pole position.
Just a news flash, it is a missing driver because the driver that was supposed to be there just knocked on the door and said hello.
Nobody told him he should be there. We are missing a driver, that's for sure. Did he tell you why he was out? But we are underway in racing. I'll inquire again in a few moments. But
I was
Catherine
too busy
Potter,
trying to hold the door up that you broke earlier. So.
No comment. We are underway and racing, and as has been the case for most of the day, it's Catherine Potter at the front of the field. Jared Fox-Whiteley in second. We've got Gracie Mitchell. David Mack has made his way up in front of Lizzie Mentier, who started 4th, so he goes up into 4th. Mentier is 5th. Max Shields is in 6th. So we were missing a driver. We'll see if we can find out who that is when they come over the line. I'll see if I can use my powers of deduction. As they come over, it's certainly going to be Catherine Potter at the front of the field. Over the line for the first of 10 Cadet laps. It's Potter from Fox-Whiteley, Mitchell, Mack, Mentier, Shields, Stansmore, Wilson, Kian McLeod, Charlie Wyatt and Jack Thompson, Tom Holden, Leon Barlow, Thomas Potter, Oliver Watson, Josh Cooke, Ethan Charles, William George Howard and Cody Lamb. 18 drivers on the grid.
So it's now an acceptable time to ask you who your money's on?
No. I'm still trying to figure out which driver I'm missing.
Is that the one that your money was on?
Well, I am out of pocket if that is the case, but we are. So the driver that's missing is the number 8 of Ethan Girling. So had a good start to the day. Pole sitter after qualifying. It was a great effort for him. but unfortunately not able to take up his position on the grid for the final. David Mack remains in fourth though. He is all over the back of Gracie Mitchell in the number 11. So
might change for 5th place there.
Yeah,
Going to fight back.
Max Shields goes past Lizzie Mentier. Lizzie Mentier, though, cuts back to the inside and retakes 5th place. So, and then it looks like Max Shields is going to come back down the inside of Mentier. Those two are going to go side by side. Round hairpin number 3. Mentier will have track position to the inside of hairpin 4. Max Shields has to back out and drop in behind. There they are in the background. So the top 4 come through. Catherine Potter, Jared Fox-Whiteley, Gracie Mitchell and David Mack. 3 of the top 4 have won races here at Teesside. The only one that's missing a win here at Teesside is the 22 of Jared Fox-Whiteley. So can we add another driver to the list of race winners here in Cadets at Teesside?
We've got, I think we've got about 4 battles going on there. They're all 2 by 2 all the way through. It's just 2, 2, 2, 2.
Yeah, the lead duo have certainly broken away, with Fox-Whiteley pushing onto the back of Catherine Potter. Gracie Mitchell having to defend from the hard-charging David Mack has had to turn her focus onto the kart number 16 rather than trying to catch the lead 2. Although, as we saw earlier on, anything can happen. If those top 2 start trying to battle it out, we're going to have a 6-kart battle for the lead before we know it, as Max Shields and Lizzie Mentier continue to battle over 5th, but Charlie Wyatt is looming in the number 23, up from a starting position of 14th, and he's going to be on the back of Lizzie Mentier in a few moments' time, charging in the number 23. And, we spoke earlier on during the lunch break and just after at how quick Charlie Wyatt is in that number 23, and he's going to catch up on the back. And Lizzie Mentier's got back past Max Shields for 5th place. Those two are going to battle, and as they do so, Charlie Wyatt appears right behind them in 7th. We are half race distance, and Catherine Potter leads from Jared Fox-Whiteley. Fox-Whiteley not making too much of an effort to try and take the lead from Catherine Potter. I think if these two can do this for another couple of laps, that'll leave them with 2 or 3 laps at the end, where it's just those two, and it's going to be a battle for the lead. Look over the shoulder from Gracie Mitchell just behind, sees David Mack behind. I think Max Shields is just pretty much just driven off the track all by himself and onto the grass, and that's allowed Charlie Wyatt to go down the inside and into 6th place. As they go round hairpin number 3. Not wanting to hold about though, Charlie Wyatt's going to try and get himself past Lizzie Mentier straight away. And this is playing into the hands of the 54. They're backing into Kian McLeod, who's coming up in the number 54. It could be a 4-kart battle for 5th place very shortly. The leaders, though, will make their way round hairpin number 2. Fox-Whiteley very quick round hairpin 2. Not enough, though, to get a toe down the back straight and try and slingshot past Catherine Potter into that hairpin at the bottom of the circuit, the big loop round the south bank before they stamp on the brakes for hairpin number 3. And this is the battle for 5th. Mentier managing to stick to the inside. Charlie Wyatt tries to dive to the inside. It's a optimistic move, and the door is firmly closed by the 50 of Lizzie Mentier, so she will stay 6th. Charlie Wyatt 6th. Max Shields in 7th. Fastest lap for Max Shields, 49.196. And, although I don't think he's disappeared somewhere, he's off. Max Shields has gone off on the national loop. The battle for 5th is now a 2-kart battle between Lizzie Mentier and Charlie Wyatt. Max Shields drops back and slots back in front of the 33 of Oliver Watson, so he's back into 12th place.
It looks David Mack's going for it now in 4th place for 3rd. He's trying everything going.
Yeah, our leaders, though, will catch with the extra additional laps. Normally, this would be checkered flag time, but they've got 2 more laps, and which means they're going to meet back markers for the first time today. And Let's see whether this one will play into the hands of Jared Fox-Whiteley. He's certainly got to try and use this to his advantage as they dive down the inside. Catches a cone, does Fox-Whiteley on the inside as they squeeze past the 93 of Cody Lamb, making his debut appearance here at Teesside. And it's going to be the same in a few moments for Gracie Mitchell and David Mack. And they're going to go round South Bank and then meet the back marker as they go into the inside. And Mack's used it to his advantage and he's gone to the inside. David Mack up to third. Gracie Mitchell goes down to fourth. David Mitchell takes the final podium position as it stands. The last lap board will be out for them when they come over the line. Gracie Mitchell, though, not giving it up. Right on the back of the 16 of David Mack as they come over the line. So 1 lap remaining. Catherine Potter's broken out a little bit of a gap, though, going past the back markers with Fox-Whiteley catching that cone on the inside of hairpin 1. So it looks like it could be Catherine Potter.
Yeah, Catherine has still got another back marker to come up there. She could still get that same trip up.
I think they're just going to catch the back marker by the time they get to hairpins 3 and 4. As Gracie Mitchell tries to go round the outside of David Mack. Looks like Catherine Potter's going to go right round the outside of the back marker. She does, and she's going to come through and, barring some sort of miracle, will take a victory. It's 4 from 4 for Catherine Potter today in the cadet class. Fastest lap to boot as well. Jared Fox-Whiteley comes through, gets second. David Mack is third with Gracie Mitchell holding on at the line from Charlie Wyatt, but looks like she's problems for the 11.
Yeah, it looks like Gracie Mitchell's broken down just as she crossed the line.
So managed to hold on for 4th place.
It's, if you're going to break down, that's the time to break down.
So perfect timing in the end. If you are going to break down, at least take the checkered flag and maintain your position. Problems, though, for the number 11 of Gracie Mitchell, but the day for cadets is over. And she'll be able to get that car back to the pit lane. Charlie Wyatt got 5th, Lizzie Mentier 6th, Kia McLeod 7th, with Isabella Stansmore-Wilson in 8th. So Gracie Mitchell, looks like we've got a problem there. The engine has certainly stopped on that number 11, but it stopped just at the right time. Over the line, take the checkered flag in 4th place, which is where she was. So it is a top 3 of Catherine Potter. Jared Fox-Whiteley takes a maiden final podium here at Teesside in the number 22. So will add some confidence to the 2020 season as he looks to add to the Runwell Summer and Winter Championships that he won in 2019. Final step of the podium goes the way of the number 16, David Mack. And Gracie Mitchell holds on from Charlie Wyatt on the line despite the engine cutting out. And she's rolled to a halt on the outside of the chicane, but the day is done for the number 11. So won't have to worry about that for the rest of the day. 3 more races here at the Teesside Autodrome for the opening round of the NRG Cycles Owner Sprint Series. We've got junior and mini Rotax, senior Rotax, and then our senior Pro Kart drivers. So 3 more races to go. And, if they are anything like our cadets and junior Pro Karts, the finals are going to be something to watch, so do not go anywhere. There's about half an hour's worth of racing left here at the Teesside Autodrome before we bring round number 1 to a close. We will be back, well, in some shape or form for round number 2 in March on the 22nd of March, which is